Hey guys, so today I'm just doing a Bi Flag inspired eye look using the Maxi Reloaded palette by Revolution. I've already done my eyebrows using the brow in shade 2 and carved it out using the Conceal and Finding Concealer in CO1. And I'm first coming in with shade number 12. And I am just using that on the outer corner or outer V, blending it up into my crease, and I'm using that on an XO Beauty angled eye brush. So I'm first just placing the pigment down and then lightly sweeping over it. And then I'm using a bhcosmetics buffing brush and just blending over that, making it a little bit lighter as I'm going to go in with another layer. Now I'm just mixing the two purple shades next to that shade, and I'm just putting that right next to it in the crease using a round eye brush by XO Beauty, blending those two a little bit together just so they merge nicely, and just buffing in circular motions while I place the pigment down. And then just taking the same blending brush and blending those two together, making it nice and seamless. Next I am taking shade number 10 and mixing that with 24, two nice pinks, just to make it a little bit deep but still vibrant and hot pink. And I am just putting that on the inner corner, just tapping it in, and then I'm just going back in with the same three shades, building up the colours, blending them through, making sure that they're all nice and evenly pigmented and all blended nicely together. Now I'm just taking the angled eye brush again with a little bit of the blue, and I'm starting to wing that out a little bit, just to define the shape that I'm wanting a little bit more. Now I'm just taking the same concealer that I used around my brows, and I am going to cut my crease. I'm first just cleaning up with a little bit of Vaseline and a Q-tip just to get the line that I want and to get rid of the excess shadow. So now that I've cleaned the base off and gotten rid of all of the Vaseline, I am just starting to put the concealer on using a bhcosmetics concealer brush. And I'm just following that line that I created so I can put a sticky base down for the next part of the shadow. I'm also just flicking the outer up a little bit as well, just to create a little wing shape. And then I'm just tapping it in as well. Now I'm taking the pink shade and putting that on the outer V, trying to make sure that the line stays as sharp as it can, and I'm just tapping the pigment on. I'm bringing that down on the lid in a diagonal line, just to keep it nice and straight. Now I'm just taking the blue and tapping that in the same place, just in the center of the lid, and a diagonal line as well, making sure not to disturb the nice crease line that we've created. And I'm just tapping this on the lid so it doesn't move the base underneath and get the full pigment that I want. And then just taking a clean brush, it is the Morphe M3, pretty sure it's the M321 brush, and I'm just using that to diffuse the sharp line in between them, but not enough to get rid of the initial sharpness of the line, just lightly so they blend a little bit together. And I'm just going back over with the same two colours and blending that a little bit more. Now I'm going in with the purple shade and putting that in the very inner part of the lid. And I'm just tapping and pressing it on just to make sure I get all the pigment there, and trying my best not to go over the line that we created in the front. It kind of reminds me of cotton candy vibes a little, as well as the bi flag, which I really like. And I do just go over the blue a little bit just so I can start, it's easier to blend them together. Now I'm just taking the Morphe angled brush, and I'm taking the blue just to sharpen it up. So that's the Morphe M165 brush, and I'm just using that to deepen up the blue that we have right underneath the brow on the very edge, just so it pops a little more, because I accidentally diffused a little, and it kind of looks like all the colours are morphing together, but there's still that line in between the shades. And I'm just using a white eyeliner brush, and it's just the Essence white liner, pencil, and I'm just going over that line that we created with the cut crease. Probably should have done this first, but I think it just helps me visualize the colours, the way they're going to come out together by doing this Blast. So I've just made the line a little bit thicker so it can stand out a little bit more, especially when I put lashes on, so it's a little bit more noticeable. So now I've just done both eyes and I've done my base, and I've just started to kind of wing that shape out a little bit more. And before I did my base, I took a Q-tip with some Vaseline on it just to wing that out, sharpen it up. So now I'm just going back over the pink just to make sure that line is still there, as I kind of went a little bit over with it with the foundation. I'll link all of my base products down below as well. So I'm just putting the blue in the middle on my lower lash line with the pink on the outer, and then the purple on that very inner corner of my lower lash line. I'm just keeping it very clean. I'm not going to blend it out or diffuse it a lot. So I'm just taking the Benefit roller liner in the shade Black, and I'm just going to line my lash line, which is extremely daunting as I can never do a straight liner without tape normally, so hoping it works out for me today. So I've just done a very standard wing shape. I haven't made it too bold or too little, I've just made it probably a medium length, and I've just followed along the pink that we did the straight line out with, and that's helped me to get the kind of shape that I have. That was a really bad transition. So now I'm taking the oxxstudio lashes in the style Hayley. These are, even though they're glamour lashes, they're still very natural from the front, but from the side they're very winged out and just very straight. So this is just a close-up of the look that I've done. As I said, I'll link all of my base products and lip products down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look and follow it along. Definitely go check out my Instagram, it's just the same name as my YouTube. and I can't wait for you guys to see the next video. I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Bye!